Hello again everybody, we are back in our prison. This is where we currently stand. Last time we were here, this is the grants we had working on. Give something back, basic farming, max sec infrastructure implementation, and I also promised you this episode prisoners. So looking at our grants and bearing in mind that promise, first thing we're going to do is build our CCTV monitors. We are then going to secure ourselves, hopefully at least a double perimeter around the inside of the prison, and then prisoners may very well be selected in our intake option. So let's get ourselves on with that ASAP. I think the best place for our CCTV is going to be in the dorms. I think it may turn down the cell grading, but frankly I am more interested in freeing up our guards so that they don't have to be in there. It looks like our electricity has connected from the last episode's pre-planning. We are going to need a security room and we are going to need a CCTV monitor. And there's no reason that can't just be plopped in this tiny little room here. I think we were debating it being a security room. I'm not sure if I want to make it slightly larger. I might. But for now, objects. That's not objects, is it? It's utilities. CCTV monitor. We can also leave room in here for potentially a door servo if we wanted. There shouldn't really be any prisoners coming in here, so that should be fine. We can pop the speed up. This grant here gives something back. Sell 2,500 units of power back to the grid. That is through this. We are creating excess power, but is this connected? It is, so perhaps that will. I don't know why it's not going up as yet, because we are producing more power than we currently are using. Well, what I might need is a battery. Where are batteries? Here. And they connect next to the transformer. So if I pop in some batteries, that might be what's required to complete this system. We have our CCTV monitor in, so we're going to connect that up to all 8 of our CCTV cameras. Oh, and I misclicked. Holding shift is what allows me to do this without selecting connect every time. And there we go. That should be... Well, that's got that grant done, apart from more staff. How many more staff do we need? It's probably up to 20. There we go. Now what you'll find is we are losing 3,000, almost 4,000 in cash every day, and we're running out of grants to help pad that out. So it is now that we really do have to start thinking about prisoners. So, in fact, if we open this back up again, we'll go to prisoners. No, we won't. We'll go to intake. We're going to fill to capacity. No, we're not. We're going to fill to 30. And we're going to fill to 30 because I believe it's at 30 we unlock a new grant, which is either tool cleanup or it's something to do with the canteen, nutritional experimentation or something. So we're going to go up to 30, and those 30 prisoners will be arriving in under 20 hours time. So prisoners definitely happening this episode. to prepare for the prisoners, we're going to double wall across there. We're going to wall across here, and we're going to wall across here and here. And now what this means is, I believe, prisoners are double walled in. So there'll be no climbing over fences or anything like that. Prisoners should never have to come into deliveries, garbage or exports. At least not yet. In the future, yes. In the future they may well even cross the road and we'll have road gates and barriers up, etc. But for now, I'm calling this a prisoner-ready facility. Canteen is sufficient. What we might do is create a little bit more in the way of kitchen tools and utilities. So we will double up on our cookers. We shall also double up on our fridges. And finally, we shall double up on our cooks. Now, this is new, this door control system. And considering when prisoners arrive, an awful lot of doors are going to self-lock, I think I will afford the door control system just now as well. And I am going to put it in this room. May or may not be seen as a security risk, but if prisoners kind of break through this room, they're already out, really, aren't they? No, that might be silly. That may very well be silly. What I might have to do is build a security room over here. Oh, I'm struggling to think what makes sense. In fact, nothing says it has to be in a security room. I could leave it in the staff room. It may not stay there. It absolutely may not stay there. But I am going to... Oh, have I not unlocked it? I have not unlocked it. 6 hours, then we can get to work on our door control system. We do have plenty staff at the moment to thoroughly look over the place. So what can we be doing in the meantime? We are now also selling back some power to the grid. Excess power, 33 units. I don't know, is that 33 units per day? Probably. Though I did foolishly add in some new kitchen appliances which will not help matters. Why do we not have water? We don't have water because it's not connected with electricity. Well, it should be. It should be. This is electricity. That is connected. Is that what I need to do? And here come our prisoners. We have 30 of them, so it will take them a while to get processed. Here comes a big wad of money, I like that. I believe it's a mix of medium and low security. Get that money tick up, that is ideal. And you'll now see our profit per day is rising. Exactly what we want. Now, if our prisoners are coming in, what we should really look to do now is go to our regime. In fact, I am going to pause just now. You'll see there are strip searches happening, and then prisoners are assigned their uniforms, then they'll be shown to their dormitory. But this is, in my opinion, a very piss poor regime. In fact, we are going to stick in free time all over the shop 5 hours of sleep. Is that enough? Maybe 6, maybe 6. But we'll also put free time either side of the sleep. Or lock up. And they can sleep during lock up also. We might do lock up there. Or lock up there. We do not need to assign shower time. We do not have a shower room that they get to go to at a set time. Instead, they have showers in their cells. So that's a free hour. We do not need to do that. What we do like to do though is feed them nice and early, between 8 and 9, and possibly again between 8 and 9. And we're going to give them 4 hours of work. And another 4 hours of work. We can also give them some yard time. Can they use the yard in their free time? I think they can. In fact, I usually leave in a specific guard time, but I'm going to leave that open. If you do not get a job, you are going to be locked up in the afternoon. Simple as that. And we're going to try that regime. I'm going to see how well that works. We're going to play. We're also going to have a quick look at our needs. We do not have staff needs. That is good for me. Did I not put staff needs on? I guess not. Fair enough. We do also have now our grants. Inmate nutrition research, that was the one I was thinking about. We also have crackdown on drugs. That one will be faster. So crackdown of drugs. We only need to find 10 illegal narcotics. We might even find that as these 30 people head through reception. We shall see. Might also be worth now setting up our patrols properly. So we are going to have dogs around the dormitories, and they will sniff for tunnels and potentially illegal narcotics as they make their way around. We're going to have 2 guards in the dormitory corridor. It is also going to be vitally important to patrol, I think, the yard and the canteen. And who are we going to put in there? We can put in potentially a dog on each and a guard on each. This is our psychology. A guard in there is useful. Do we have parole yet? I don't. Parole is up here. We will need guards in parole. After all, prisoners can get a little bit violent if they are denied parole. 1 should suffice. Will that do? For now, yes. Common room, that could possibly benefit more so from a CCTV, but that would be a waste. Possibly the laundry as well. Could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where else? 6, 7. It might be worth putting in another CCTV just to get those, eyes on those places. Which I think I may well do. Why are you're overloaded? Cannot be mixed with standard power. So what we have to do now is dismantle a break here. that should fix itself. Although I'm also thinking, this ticking up so slowly, maybe we should build a few extra bits of green energy. 5,000, I believe we can afford it. Although I'm not going to go over the top. There we go, that should give us more energy. If we were to... oh, it's in here, I think. This is just tutorials rather than tasks. Green energy goals, that's what I'm looking for. We've currently done 1 and 2. Goal number 3, export 1,000 units of power. Well, that'll be achieved as we achieve this. Goal 4 will be achieved at the exact same time as this once again. 5,000 units of power. Oh, we do get rewards for these. The rewards allow us to store extra units. Does that store it in the batteries? Oh no, it's the export cap. I see. So it allows us to sell it for more money. Right, utilities. What have we done here? This should go through this. Why did that turn off? Does that transformer take a little while to kick in? James doesn't know, James doesn't understand. Either way, we are making power once again. I have a feeling I've got staff needs off. Regardless, we can put the speed up again. Prisoners, I think, now have all been processed, apart from these 3 chaps here. Oh, they have been assigned to solitary. Guess what we didn't build? Solitary. Where... whoa, did we plan on solitary anywhere? Let's give the game a pause. I'm not convinced we have planned solitary. Where would be a good place for it? Guess it doesn't really matter. Thinking potentially in this little gap in here. I think originally we were thinking maybe shop or mailroom for this area. The only thing is, if it was a shop or mailroom, you would have a lot of prisoners coming through this channel, which potentially security and contraband risk. Turning this into our solitary cells might be a better option. I also now think I've got this room, which I plan to be a staff canteen, completely free now. So that could be anything. Let's go to planning. Let's see how well... that is a perfect size for solitary. If we just take that out, it's going to give us a fairly good number of solitary cells as well. Oh, that's perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 22. 22 solitary cells. I think we are going to go with that. So, put the speed back on. We will go to... oh, do we want to put this indoors? Or do we want to punish the little fuckers? I don't think the game really takes into consideration the fact that solitary is more unpleasant outdoor. And it would just leave them slightly more pissed off when returning. And I think, speaking very much from a sympathetic point, it would be cruel to leave them outside. So we're going to make an indoor solitary. It's just the right thing to do. We need to go to doors. We are, however, going to choose a big solitary door here. And the workmen shall get onto that. Is there anything else our prisoners are in desperate need of? Not really. Our needs are fairly low. We do have bladder and bowels, which is medium. Where else could we put toilets though? Could potentially put one in the cleaning cupboard, one in the laundry, and unhygienic as it is, we could put one in the canteen. How would I put one in the canteen? Walls. Demolish walls. We can build a toilet and even pop a shower in here. Toilets. Showers. Drains. Rooms, canteen, so our canteens now have toilets, common room, toilet, cleaning cupboard. You can see this is coming down now. It looks like they might be getting used. Or is it just because they've gone back to their cells? It's because they've gone back to their cells. Why is it climbing up? They're in their cells. Sleep time. Would you not get up and use the toilet if you needed in your sleep? How odd. A couple of toilets in there. It seems a bit nasty having one in the laundry. Possibly do something like we did in the canteen, you know, create a little outcrop, but we'll leave that for now. It's low enough. They do have hygiene issues. You can take care of that in the canteen or in their cells. I guess the game doesn't really give a toss about the privacy. Anyway, that is prisoners fully into our prison. We are working on one grant with the prisoners, find 10 illegal narcotics. That is well on its way. We have one prisoner up for parole. Let's go into our programs. We'll start parole. We'll also start the pharmacological treatment of drug addiction and kitchen safety and hygiene. That will allow prisoners to work. And we have currently no deaths, no incidents, nothing of note, which is positive. Let's finish off this episode by caring for the prisoners who require solitary. And then we can leave this episode saying that we have dealt with every issue that bringing in the prisoners have provided us with. Walls and doors, that's what you need. We're going to go for the most deluxe of deluxe solitary doors. Oh dear, I've made a mistake there. That should be more than enough solitary for what we need. I believe I deleted one wall, which was there. Now let's go to rooms, solitary, and we have the choice. Do we put a toilet in the solitary or do we be mean bastards? And I think we are going to opt for giving them a toilet, because even though they're being punished, they do not deserve to be ill. Finally, we mentioned door control systems. You are going to go to our staff area. We're going to go to door servos and click them basically on all the main doors coming in. Had it up already, door servos. So you're going to go there, 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 there. Once that's built, it doesn't need a door servo. I think that's all we need for the door servos at the moment. So for the next episode, ladies and gentlemen, we will let them get built in. I'll connect them off screen. Good time to finish the video there. We've just completed energy goal 3, which now means we can export extra electricity. Not that I think we were doing so. Off camera as well, I think I'm going to get all those utilities hooked up also. So ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you've enjoyed the video and we will see you again next time. Have a good one. Ta-ra!